How's it going? How do you like having your own place?
It's pretty good, but I've sure had a lot to learn. I didn't know how much you and Dad had to do around the house just to keep everything going, let alone the expenses you guys put out.
Yes, having your own place does come with some problems.
Like when my radiator broke, oh man, my bedroom was so cold and there was water everywhere. At least I didn't have to pay for it. I called my landlady's emergency number and she came up right away to take a look at it. It took a while to repair, but she paid for it.
You're right, at least the landlady was responsible. She has to make sure that your unit meets health and safety standards, and she has to do repairs. Was your place a mess when she came over?
Actually, it was pretty good for me. You know what a slob I can be. But I try to keep the place neat and tidy, and I try to repair anything that gets damaged when I have a party with my friends. So you'll be glad to know she was impressed. I guess she was expecting a mess too or something. I was surprised though. She gave me a written notice before she entered. She said she has to give me 24 hours notice before she enters, and that she has to enter within 30 days of that notice.
Well, if she gave proper notice, or if it was an emergency like your radiator leaking and water going anywhere, she could come in even if you weren't there. Well, it sounds like you're a pretty responsible tenant.
Steve had an emergency repair, but what if he had some smaller repairs that needed to be done? To get repairs done, the tenant should give the landlord a letter outlining the repairs needed and give reasonable time for them to complete. If repairs are ongoing, the tenant and the landlord may agree in writing to a temporary reduction in rent. We hope landlords and tenants can reach mutual agreement, but if not, the tenant can apply for dispute resolution, requesting an order for the repairs to be completed or the rent reduced. When an emergency happens, such as damaged plumbing fixtures, the tenant must try twice to call the landlord and give a reasonable amount of time for the calls to be returned. If the landlord does not return the call, the tenant can contact a repair person to do the work. In this instance, the tenant must give the landlord a written account of what was done, along with receipts. The landlord then must reimburse the tenant or tell the tenant to deduct the cost of the repair from next month's rent. During the tenancy, the landlord can enter the tenant's unit once a month. A landlord has the right to enter the tenant's unit after a written notice, including the date, time, and purpose of entry is given, unless it is an emergency. Then the landlord can go in right away. If the tenant refuses access to the unit, the landlord can apply for dispute resolution or serve a 1-month notice to end tenancy for cause.